Hello all and welcome back to this channel in which I try and learn how to draw on camera for your entertainment. Now today, this video is mainly inspired by all these bloody things on my TikTok page where I just see people making Home Depot lightsabers, or I guess in England it'll be B&Q lightsabers, I don't really know. Screw-fix lightsabers, I'm not sure, bit of a tangent. Either way, yeah, I've seen a bunch of people making lightsabers, and I want to make my own lightsaber, basically. So as you can see, I'm not really making my own lightsaber right now. I apologize, you've been misled. No. I will end up making my own lightsaber, but for now I'm just drawing famous lightsabers in the hopes that I kind of get an idea of how they're designed and how to draw them, really. This is also my first time really using colour in this kind of way, because obviously in my last video I did use colour. However, it was more just liberal use of the fill tool rather than, actually using colour. So this wasn't the easiest part for me. I also managed to put the colour on a layer beneath, and that seemed to help with, staying inside the lines, which was quite good. Yeah, either way, right now we're just working on Anakin's lightsaber. It's nothing too special. I don't know why there was a bunch of... that middle bit was the hardest part with that weird pattern. I'm not really sure what that was about. But yeah, either way, moving on, because I can't talk about what's on screen apparently. This is Obi-Wan's lightsaber. I hated drawing this one. There was just so many this is like the definition of a Home Depot lightsaber, where it's just a bunch of cylinders of various different metals slammed together, and it didn't really look like there was too much cohesion between them, so it was kind of hard to draw. And I don't really know how to show the different levels in terms of colour, so what I ended up doing was I just ended up like putting not white, actually was it white? Might have been white. Just a lighter colour line between the different layers, so hopefully it would kind of look like it shrinks as it goes in. Yeah, like you can see me doing that there. It didn't look great, but I didn't really know how else to do it. But yeah, either way, I didn't actually draw any of the blades in this section of the video. I probably should have, because that would have, actually given me an idea of how to draw the blade. It's not that tricky, because most of it is white anyway. I don't know if you've ever seen a lightsaber. Given the fact you've clicked on this video, I assume you've seen a lightsaber. It's like entirely white on the inside. The only part of it that's coloured is the outside glow, I guess you could say. Personally, for my lightsaber, a little teaser, I chose to have a purple one. Not because of any lore reason. I think it's like the purple lightsaber is a mix between light and dark. Like, you have to tap into your inner darkness to fight with it, and that's why Mace Windu had it, because he used that fighting style. I don't really know. I'm not saying I would be that good with the Force. I'm just saying I like purple. Purple is my favourite colour, so naturally I'm going to have my lightsaber be purple. But either way, here I was doing Jaro Tapal's lightsaber because I wanted one that was double-sided, at least once. Yeah, I didn't really bother drawing the second side, I just copy and pasted it over. This one was a bit weird because it's not very clear how those outer emitter pieces connect together, or connect to the main base. I think there's just a black tube or whatever, black emitter, whatever, that goes up through it, and that's what it's connected to, which is what I'm drawing here, but it was kind of tricky to figure out. Also, with this one, you'll see me do it in a second, but I couldn't be bothered to draw all the dots on the grip as the texture, so I ended up just getting a random brush that I thought looked decent for it, and just did that. I mean, it worked. Not really, but it looked as good as it could without me having to spend about an hour drawing dots, which I think is a good trade-off. But there you go. I think it looks like it's some kind of chalk brush or something. I don't really know. But yeah, either way, after this one's done, I believe that's it for the pre-made lightsabers, and I'll get into kind of brainstorming my own lightsaber. So I wanted a crossguard because I'm a bit of a sword nerd, and I really like crossguards. I really like Western swords mainly. So I wanted a pommel and a crossguard. I don't really like Kylo's crossguard here because like, a crossguard isn't made out of the blade of a sword, is it? It's just a chunk of metal. It's not sharp. So that's kind of what I was going for. So the plan was to make a crossguard that was Beskar, because I think that makes the most sense in terms of a crossguard, because it would actually stop a lightsaber lightsaber blade, and you'd still be able to touch it yourself. I also wanted wood on it, and I wanted an exposed kyber crystal. The exposed kyber crystal didn't really work in the end because I couldn't find a way to make it look that good. But I did manage to sneak the wood in. I don't know why, I just really like wood in tech. Like, my current PC doesn't have any wood on it because I'm broke. But I do genuinely really like any PC cases or whatever with wood in. Either way, getting off topic, you can see me here actually trying to make the kyber crystal container. It didn't look that good. It just ended up looking like a mesh, and I didn't really know how to make it look good. You can see me here going through like multiple iterations of how I wanted it to look, and it just never looked quite right. It never looked sturdy enough to be part of a sword. So, you know, once I figure that out, give me a minute, I'll eventually figure out what I don't like about it. Eventually. Yeah, there we go. I just ended up going for a window. Like a little window that I kind of imagine it's still see-through, but it has like a haze on it, so like it only appears purple, you don't actually get to see the crystal. Which it's not exactly what I wanted, so I'll probably try and do this entire thing again at some point, like later on down the line when I can draw better, but that's the best I could do for now. Also, I decided to put the button to turn on and off the lightsaber on the crossguard itself, because I didn't want it in the way while, like, because in my mind, my hands are going to be on that, like, wrap near the bottom and near that kyber crystal window or whatever. So I didn't really want the button to get in the way while fighting, because there's no real reason to use it while fighting. I'd just be afraid of turning it off, so I put it out of the way, at least what I think is out of the way. So yeah, we're doing the colouring right now. I also tried doing some shading. I don't think it turned out that bad, but I guess you guys will be the judges of that. But yeah, there's a lot of grey, because there's I'm in my headcanon this is Beskar, not what I'm drawing right now, but the metal is Beskar, because that can actually stop a lightsaber. And yeah, there's the wooden parts on the outside there, and this is what I imagine to be some kind of leather, like some kind of leather handle. And obviously we've got the pommel, because pommels are cool. I like swords, guys. I don't expect you to know that from me mentioning the word pommel. I imagine everyone knows what a pommel is. Actually, does everyone know what a pommel is? I don't know how much sword knowledge is just basic knowledge, you know? But yeah, either way, I'm trying to do a wood texture here. It doesn't look very convincing, but it's better than no texture. But yeah, here we are actually drawing the blade. I found this like airbrush looking tool, like some sort of weird spray paint. So I'm kind of using that as like highlights around the light sources. Especially, I'm also using some white to get some glint off of that metal to make it look a bit shinier. I do change the left-hand side a bit because that doesn't look good in the slightest. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, this isn't going. I don't think it turned out too bad. Kind of running out of things to talk about, really. How you guys been? You been alright? You're doing much later. But yeah, I think this is basically done now. Oh yeah, final touches, aka the button. But there you go. That is the lightsaber. I feel like I just yapped through this entire thing. I didn't really have any main talking points, so I do apologise there. But I hope you guys enjoyed either way. Hope you like seeing my creative process, and once again, if you do have any tips or whatever, do leave them in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to watch me draw more really bad drawings. So, with that, I guess I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.